Hello, YouTubers, diecast collectors, and pop culture fans and movie fans. It's Jared White, the J-Man63, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing something I don't usually do. I'm going to be covering a movie I just saw, and that is possibly one of my new favorite Spielberg pictures that has recently come out, and that is the movie Ready Player One. Now, I'm going to go over first what's the movie about. Well, basically it's about this guy named Halliday, and he leaves his video game fortune behind, and he dies in a funeral. Basically he leaves his gaming empire to whoever can find these 3 keys, and whoever finds these 3 keys in these 3 separate challenges will be granted control of this video game universe where you can pretty much do anything you want, and I do mean anything, called the Oasis. And the Oasis basically is this whole video game universe, basically what I said, and they'll also win like these $30 trillion in stocks in the video game universe. Now, it's about this kid, and he pairs up with these other people, Daito, Sho, Helena. I forget what Helena's character is, but she has the big bald guy who is like the mechanical guy that does all the workshop stuff. God, I'm trying to remember that guy's name now. It really sucks that I can't remember that. But basically, and then there's all these people that he pairs up with at the end of the movie. It is really cool though. Basically it's this whole video game universe they're going to win control. Now along the way, like I said, there's 3 separate challenges. Now that's basically what the movie is about. Now along the way there are tons of pop culture references. The only thing that I would say really disappointed me was that there weren't more Spielberg references, and the book was chock full of them from what I've heard. So I do kind of wish they had more thrown in. Now I was happy that they did throw in Jurassic Park and King Kong in the first race. Now the first race is going to be laden with a lot of different Easter eggs in the movie. Now you are going to see movie cars. You're going to see Christine. You're going to see the A-Team van, the Mad Max Interceptor, Adam West Batmobile. Parzival is driving the Back to the Future DeLorean, and Artemis is riding the Kaneda bike from Akira. So that's pretty cool. Now, I was a little disappointed we didn't get an Ecto-1, a Munsters coach, or a Dragula. That would have been cool. I gotta be honest, for the people who are like Halloween fans, that would have been kind of neat to see that. So, I gotta be honest, we could have gotten a few of the horror movie cars in there, so to speak. But that's okay. Anyway, so yeah, but they did a really good job with this movie. The references were great. There were, like I said, there were billions of them. They had all kinds of video game characters. You had Street Fighter, you had Overwatch, you had Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider was referenced more than a couple times. Like once in the beginning of the race you saw that Lara Croft was in it. And then you see her in Halliday's journal library. Now, I was going to talk about the challenges a little more. Now, in the there's a race at the beginning, and then there's a reference to The Shining where they go through all these challenges in The Shining. And then at the very end, there's a battle a big, huge battle that takes place on Planet Doom, which is a reference to Voltron, if you guys don't know. Yeah. So these three different challenges. Now the final battle is going to be your most Easter egg laden the most Easter egg laden part of the movie. But that was pretty good. They really threw all that together. They had Chucky attacking people. They had I'm trying to think. They had all kinds of different things in there. Parzival was driving his DeLorean in the end, trying to get through all these challenges. That was pretty cool. He was driving his DeLorean at the very end. Now, a lot of people are already saying different things like, oh, well, this one guy's like, I bet you the virtual reality scenes are going to only be like 20% of the entire movie. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's like 65 to 75% of the movie, actually, because the virtual reality scenes are actually quite a bit. but I thought it was pretty cool how they did them. And actually, Spielberg was talking about how he digitally directed the movie, kind of through different headsets the people would wear at the beginning of the when they were filming. So that was pretty neat. Olivia Cooke is the one that plays Samantha in the movie, also known as Artemis. So that they had a lot of big name actors. I forget who played Parzival, but yeah, they did have really good actors in it. I thought the actors were pretty decent. Now, I talked to my friend Jason about this movie. I said, you got to go see it. You've really got to go check this one out, because he's already been to see Red Sparrow. I'm like, I'm sure this movie is better than Red Sparrow, dude. So I've already told him. I was like, he's asking me if it's corny. Is it corny? I'm like, no, I didn't think it was corny at all. So I'm getting my friend Jason to go see it, so he's going to hop on the bandwagon. Now, to me, I give this movie a full 10 out of 10. I would go see it twice just to get all the nuances and all, like 140 to 200 different pop culture references they've thrown into this movie. Definitely. It's already got a 75% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's been certified fresh. There hasn't been any other ratings that have come in. It hasn't really gotten much chance to get more than a 75% on there. Audience score has been 80% so far, so 80% of audiences have liked it so far. I heard that the budget was $175 million for it, and I wouldn't be surprised this film blows past like $300 million or $400 million. But definitely, I would say go take a look at this one. It is definitely worth seeing. Now I'll give you a few more of the references. Joust was referenced in it. There were quite a few different arcade games that were referenced. Adventure was from Atari's Adventure. Artemis's bike had Atari stickers, Hello Kitty stickers on it. There were a few different things here and there they had to catch. Delta City poster was in Delta City. I could be here all day mentioning all the references. Delta City was like in the part that they raced through this whole town and cityscape. That was pretty cool. Now we'll say the first race actually reminded me a bit of something you'd see out of Trackmania. I thought that was really cool. It reminded me of Trackmania kinda a little bit. Well, sort of. It reminded me of definitely like a racing game you would see. I mean, it was definitely like being in Forza or like a larger version of Forza or something like that. But that was definitely cool. Like I said, to me it was about as serious as a video game action movie can get, pretty much, without being like Pixels. Pixels was okay, but it was Now I'm gonna say this was a lot better than Black Panther. I really thought this was better than Black Panther. Some of the Avengers movies, I'm gonna dare say it was better than some of the Avengers movies I've seen. So I tell you what, the new Avengers is going to have a lot to live up to. Infinity War is going to have to have its work cut out for him to deal with this one, because Ready Player One it blew everything out of the water I've seen so far as movies. It's the best one I've seen in a very long time, to say the truth. Like I said, so far 80% on IMDb and 8 out of 10. That's going to be really hard that was hard for Black Panther to top. Black Panther couldn't do it, so to be honest, this was one of the better ones. Now, at the end, when he calls his friends to battle, he raises the boombox above his head. It's like out of Say Anything. And Twisted Sister's playing We're Not Gonna Take It. That was pretty cool. The Iron Giant is referenced, which is like, honestly, it's like one of my favorite movies as a kid. I'm glad they put the Iron Giant in there, so that was pretty cool. So, like I said, if you guys are pop culture fanboys, if you're fans of anything now, you got to read the book too. There were a few changes to the book, to the movie. There were a few, like I said, the Spielberg references, and there was actually parts where they were going through different gates and stuff instead of, maybe it was the keys, I don't know, but I don't exactly know because I haven't read the book, but there were a few changes here and there. It wasn't really that bad. They didn't really make that many changes, but I thought this was probably one of the better book to film adaptations I've seen in a while. For a lot of different reasons. They just did such a good job with it, and it seemed like it followed it pretty faithfully, based on what I've heard, based on what people have said. But if you're a fan of the book, you definitely should go see the movie. I thought it was really good. Spielberg just did a great job of juggling the storyline with all the references, with all the different like categories of how well he did the movie. He did a really good job with everything, to tell the truth. I really thought it was better than some of the other ones I've seen now. And I thought it was better than some of the Star Wars movies that have come out recently, and Star Wars to me has been pretty good. So this had a lot of different things in it. It was crazy. So, and to me, I needed to use the bathroom, and I couldn't get up to use the bathroom during the movie because it was so engrossing and it was so well done. I'm actually going to go see it twice because it was so well done and well thought out. I'm actually going to go see it again. That's how much I love this movie. I told my dad, I'm like, if you go see this movie with any of your friends, I want to go see it again. So I told him that. So I absolutely loved it. If you're a fanboy of pop culture, you got to go see it. It is what they've said, the holy grail of pop culture. And you definitely want to see it on the biggest screen you can. I can't stress that enough. You might want to go see it in IMAX, possibly. But it was really good. I could say it all day, but it was amazing. So, I can't really say much more than that. That's it. That's pretty much my final thoughts on Ready Player One. Like I said, I usually don't do videos on movies I've seen, but it usually takes a lot to impress me. So, I mean, I've seen a lot, and it's definitely a good time to be alive right now with all the good stuff coming out. So, I'm Jared White. I'm the J-Man63. If it has to do with anything diecast or anything related to diecast, I'm the J-Man63. Have a good one, guys. Bye.